Okay. Definitely not college. You're right there. You nailed it. As far as I know, there's not a single college class that does this. There might be one at Stanford on entrepreneurship, but I've never seen it. Number one skill is not a skill. It's a drive. That's 4-hour work week. That is, why do I want this? Because the meta skill is having gas in the tank to do everything. And so getting clear on what you get out of, you don't have to do your 9 to 5, what you get to do. I get to travel. I get to live a life of freedom, doing things that I want. Baseline. Then the other skills, you mentioned SEO. No, you mentioned all these other things.
Well, for instance, I used to say coding because we were not tech smart. And I used to be like, man, I wish I could code because this would be so much easier and faster and I could make a custom site. But in hindsight, I actually think it might have slowed me down because I would have spent time coding instead of thinking about the high level stuff. To me, the number one skill would be marketing. I think that is what makes a business successful.
You know, I have to say that could be reflective of our business, you know, because if we were Google or something like that, coding would be the most important skill. So this is all coming from our perspective.
I don't know. You think, I know Facebook spent a lot of time coding, but you think they rose to be a massive,
take Google,
huge thing because
Google 100% had better search results than.
Sure, but Facebook was significantly better than MySpace from a code perspective?
No, well, you can argue that this is marketing, but positioning it
that's marketing.
To hit,
positioning is marketing.
It's important, but it's not. I think your perspective of how important it is at the number one is reflective of our company. I think if you speak to other very successful companies, it'll be up there.
I think oftentimes a superior product gets beat by an inferior product with better marketing.
It can happen. Sure.
This is my opinion.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm
marketing.
crazy,
I think here's where we agree, and I think everyone would agree, regardless of their business, is very important. It's
and it's not what you're taught in college. That's the other thing. Marketing in college, I took marketing classes, and it was branding.
Yes,
and that's the number one thing I'd recommend is Marketing Step by Step by Evan Pagan. It'll completely reshape what you think marketing is, and it will redefine it for you in a very useful way, and it'll give you step-by-step exercises for how to better market your business and how to think about marketing.
Yes.
I love the program. I literally texted the founder 2 days ago to try to figure out how we can get a link to promote it because I think it's excellent. He's in Whistler, snowboarding, so he's taking his time. But yeah, marketing step by step, that's the best thing that will teach you marketing. And in my opinion, high level marketing and understanding consumer psychology is the most useful skill.
That's what marketing winds up being, is understanding people.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it's not Facebook ads. It's not SEO. At a high level, it's understanding what makes someone want what you have.
At that point, other skills that are going to become important, well, you know, it stays with people at this point. I've recommended many times Running Lean by Ash Maurya, which is about interviews to find out what problems people have in your areas that you're interested in. So with 4-hour work week, you're going to go through, you're going to talk about your interests, you're going to talk about what the market needs. This book will take you to interviews with your ideal customer that's going to say, hey, in our case, which of these things do you care about? Do you want confidence? Do you want charisma? Do you want to live an amazing lifestyle design? Do you want X, Y, and Z? And it's going to help you hone in on the exact problem that people have. And then the book is going to teach you how to propose various solutions to them. You know, okay, so I want to teach you charisma. I can coach you. I can give you an online course. I can give you this. I can give you a book. I can give you a pill. You know, which of these are going to be most...
Pill was hard. I looked into pill.
There's beta blockers.
Pill was tough.
Right? There's butterfly. There's pills that you can take before you go on stage that allegedly, I've never taken them, reduce stage anxiety. I mean, there's.
I was trying to make a pill that was a testosterone boosting, beta blocking charisma pill.
Yes.
And it turned out that the best way to do it was to take individual blood samples from people and then get them a custom pill, which at that point I just went, okay,
this is complicated.
This isn't for us.
But you can solve this problem in a number of ways. You can sell people a watch and say, yo, chicks love this. You know, that's how you can sell confidence in a shirt or car, and it often is.
$7 Timex, baby.
So that is going to teach you how to find a problem and then a solution that fits the market that you can deliver.
Can I hop in? One mistake that I think people make is they ask people the worst mistake is to ask a friend, is this a good idea? Would you buy it? Then they go find their ideal customer and they ask them in a focus group, would you buy it? And then they take people at their word. And the best lesson that I learned, and I don't remember where I learned it, was until someone takes out their credit card, everything they say is garbage. They could either dislike you and they're trying to make you stay in your job. They could like you and make you try to stay in your job. They could just be trying to be supportive of you. So yeah, you get these people, you ask them what their problems are, you ask them how the best way to solve it is, you come up with what you think is the best way to solve it, and then you literally pre-sell it.
Yes.
And you see if people will buy it.
Because
I think a lot of times you can get false positives and false negatives from asking people's opinions. And the anecdote from the source that I now forget is that 10 people in a focus group will tell you, yeah, that'd be great. And you say, okay, cool. I have 10 of them in my car and I've already told you the price. So do you want them? And all of a sudden everyone's like, ooh, things are tight.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's about finding the people, finding out what they need that you want to create, and then actually collecting money to fund the process of creating it.
Yeah. So if you think of this whole stage of the business is about building it's kind of like if you're skipping rocks. I just watched a rock skipping video. It's like finding the right rock to even start with before you throw it.
Yeah.
Like don't just pick one up. Like you're refining, no, not this one, not this one. This is product market fit. You have to find the right one before you even worry about chucking it.
By interacting with the market. A huge mistake people do is they just go into a hole and they work for 2 years to create something, and they bring it out and they said, I made this, and no one wants it.
Yes.
So when you say finding the right rock, it's working with the people you want to be your clients or your buyers to co-create the rock.
Sure. And this is not the best analogy. You show them the rock and you say $20 a piece, who's buying? And you get enough and you're like, wow, like 80% of the people I talk to like want this thing. Now what becomes important? Well, then the world opens up. It's like, do you want to do content marketing? You could do SEO, you could do PR, you could get on TV shows. Yeah. It really depends what your product is at that point. So I'm not going to tell you, if you've got a world-changing product, you don't necessarily need to do YouTube like me. You could just skip the line and go straight to the Today Show. And you could be on, what was that, OxyClean type stuff. So at that point, the actual mechanism that you use to market, I don't know what it's going to be. We've obviously done content marketing, but doesn't have to be for you.
But yeah, the best skill you could learn is buying psychology. And
if you get that first leg, that product market fit, you get the right thing. Oh man, then it's fun. then it's just like, I just got to put this in front of enough of the right person, and they're gonna want it, and they're gonna give me their money, and then I have to worry about production, and then I have to worry about the team, and then oh my god, shit's breaking. But get that part right. What a lot of people do is they speed through that, or they skip it, or they just pick one rock that they really like, and they say everyone needs this, and nobody actually does.
I want to just add one more thing. I don't want to make this too long, but the thing that a lot of people also skip is selling something valuable. So we talked about people selling courses that teach you how to get rich, but the people who take the courses aren't getting rich. That person might know a lot about marketing, but not have created something that's value additive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the other thing to think about is, how much am I going to charge for this? And how certain am I that it's worth more than that to the people who buy it? And this product's not for everyone, right? But it's for the people who do buy this. How confident am I that they're better off for giving me the money and getting the product?
So the problem that you've identified that needs to be solved, right? Like if this person is buying your course, that you need to have a high degree of confidence that the problem that they had coming in, whether it's money, charisma, jujitsu,
$30 for a surf fitness course. This guy should know that I'm going to have a material increase in my paddle strength and paddle endurance, such that after a month, I'm like, man, I'm surfing so much more. This is worth way more than $30.
And so, by the way, you're right, because the product market fit extends beyond this. So you pre-sell your product and people have given you their money, but then you don't have the course, whatever. Then you develop it with them and you're in close interaction. You're like, hey, is this version helping you? Is this I got to cut that exercise, or I got to add this module of how to introduce yourself.
Or if it's a physical product, it's got to be lighter. It's got to be faster. It's got to be whatever.
So you are working with that pre-sale group, not just to collect their money and go, oh, they want this thing, but to make it, again, the best, valuable, the best rock, such that when they tell their friends about it, they're like, you got to check this thing out. This works really, really well.
Which was Gracie University. I bought it, and then I got you, then we got our other friend, then all of a sudden there's 4 of us, because it was so clearly valuable. Which I think is something people skip when becoming entrepreneurs sometimes.
So you do all of that. People want it before they get it. Once they get it, it's worthwhile. They tell all their friends about it. Then it's fucking fun and easy. And then it's just putting it in front of people in a million ways. You could do ads. You can do 100 different things. Cool? Yep.
We're chatty today.
Yeah, we're chatty. Hope that you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to see more like this and have us do more podcasts, we are 100% funded by our generous patrons. And if you'd like to contribute, there's a link in the description, and we'll have one pop up on the screen right here so that we can do more podcasts where we have fun conversations and hopefully some deep ones like this. Either way, hope that you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.